Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another proposed mechanics video. So we've done these in the past, so you know what time it is. So for anybody who's new, what this is this guy right here on Reddit, he posts really good mechanics that should be in the game, that make sense, and that would really complement the game, either as a feature that we will get later on, or as a mod, either or. But they do go in depth, as you can see right here. And he has a lot of them that we've gone over a couple of these, but he has a lot, and he's been pumping them out at a good rate, in my opinion. So yeah, what we do usually is we just go over this. I give my opinion of the topic. I try to add to the mechanic, and we go from there. And also, I want to hear from you guys in the comments how you feel about it. Do you feel this is a good change that would happen, a bad one, and all of that in between? But if you do like it, I'm going to link this down below. Go show them some love, upvote, if you do like it, right? And comment any suggestions, any comments, any questions, all of that. As you can see, he responds, what's it called? Responds to the comments. So if you do want to go talk to him about something, go for it. But without further ado, so this one's going to be dynamic companion intros. And by the way, it's like 4 a.m. here. I might be a little bit tired. It is what it is. I'm going to try to, still stay focused. I got my monster here. We're going to try our best, right? But let's get to it. So, hello. Love the game and really like the companions also. But I do wish that they had a bit more color to them. I appreciate the time the devs put into writing the various stock backstories. Because, companions do have backstories. I'm pretty sure it's in the encyclopedia if I'm not mistaken. But I think a better way to make them memorable would be sorry about that. But I think a better way to make them memorable would be to introduce them through random encounters rather than just hiring them at the tavern. Here are some scenarios in which players might encounter a random generated companion and be given the chance to hire them. This would really help players form a real connection with each one. Each of these would only fire once in each playthrough. And then we have in parentheses, ideally there would be more intros, but I've tried to suggest one for each skill set. Note, as they are randomly generated and could be either gender, I'll be using they/them for each. Okay, makes sense. So Warband, so in Warband, you would have more dynamic companions that you can recruit. They had backstories, they did talk to you, and you kind of, got a bond with them. Even if you look on the main Mountain Blade Reddit, there's a lot of memes about some of the companions. So, people tend to really like the dynamic story that Warband kind of like told with the companions, right? So, it's different than Bannerlord, because Bannerlord right now is kind of basic, where if you want a companion, you got to go to the tavern. They kind of give you a story as you talk to them, but that's about it, right? And kind of like later down the line, I'm pretty sure people don't really read that story, right? So this mechanic should, make it more interesting, right? So he said he has one for each skill set. So we got Vigor skill set, intelligence, social, endurance, and control. There it is. Let's go through each one. So first one, none shall pass with high vigor skills. Your party is stopped on a campaign map. A single warrior proclaims that any person wishing to pass this point must defeat them in single combat. The player may choose enough of this nonsense archers, which pretty much means pow pow, and he's gone. And then the other option is engage the warrior in single combat. Should you succeed, he will be available to hire free of charge as they will have finally met a warrior to best them. Okay, so he will kind of give the sword to you because obviously you bested him in combat. That makes sense. Should the player fail, they will still be allowed to recruit them, but for a price and a promise, you will help them find a foe to best them. It'd be very cool. So if you do fail, then you'll have to pay a price for him. But like you say right here, find him a foe. This should become like a quest, right? I don't know, it probably had to be somebody specific, right? Like, hey, I want to fight this lord because he did me wrong in the past or something like a random generated lord, right? Each playthrough. That would be cool in my opinion. My bad, someone just texted me, but let's get back to it. So a man can't take a stroll. That is the second one. So we just went over the Vigor one. Let's go to the intelligence one. Inspired by this scene. What is this? I can't play that because that has some copyrighted music, and this is probably a copyrighted scene from a movie, so rest in peace to that. Let's read it. So your party stops to see an unusual sight. A single person strides towards you on the road, wearing only a loincloth. Upon stopping them, they explain there are a scholar who has been robbed for every item of clothing they have. They claim that their situation damns all of Calradia as a person of their intense intelligence and intense intelligence and learning has to walk bare. I can't say that word either. Through the land, while illiterate thugs and cats and dogs on their banners ride along in finery. The player takes offense, and in order to prove that they are no illiterate thug, the player can agree to a riddle. Ooh, a riddle. If the player is correct, the companion joins for free, as the scholar has found a mind to match theirs. Okay. If the player is wrong, the scholar will be moved with sympathy to the plight of the less intelligent and will offer to help guide the poor, simple player for a price. Okay, yeah. And I feel like, like, so I agree, like, obviously, if they get it correct, the companion joins, because obviously he, like, the same way here, like, he's met his, like, match, right? But I think for this one, right, I think you should make a lot of comments, like, as you, like, once you have him in your party, right, after, like, let's say a battle where, let's say you lost a lot of your troops, he would, like, say something like, something witty, right, like, you know, if you listen to me, you wouldn't have lost that many troops. Like, something of that nature, right? Like, he would kind of piss you off. I feel like that would be great, right? Like, he would try to act like he's above and too intelligent for you. And every time you did fail in something, he would pop up and let you know that you failed. I think that would be kind of cool. Next one. Fancy fluter with a high social skills. Upon entering a tavern, the player will be challenged by a smooth-talking companion to a board game and a friendly wager. Should the player accept the challenge, they will play whatever game is available at the tavern. Okay. Should the player win, the companion will admit that they cannot pay their debt and will offer to join the player's party to repay them. That makes sense. Okay. Should the player lose, the companion will gloat and engage in further conversation. The companion will admit that they have earned quite a bad reputation from fleecing people in the town and would like to leave. The player can then offer to take them along for a price. Can offer to take them. Is this a price that the player pays, or does the companion pay it? I feel like in this situation, the companion should pay it. But then again, this one, he has to repay them too. Huh. I'm thinking about this because obviously if he wants to leave the city, if he admits that he wants to leave the city, then I feel like he should pay up in some sort of way, right? I'm trying to think of, like, because, like, this one, he would bother you every single time that, you know, you messed up. This guy, what did I say he would do? He would obviously go on a quest and be like, hey, I want to challenge this lord, or, you know, this random generated lord. Then you would go on a quest with him. And then for this one, you know what would be cool? Since he has a high social skill. So once you enter a town and once you exit the town, if you do talk to him, he'll let you know the good prices inside the town. Like, he'll give you a summary. You know how if you go into a tavern and you talk to each single person, eventually you'll get like a couple items that can sell really good at a different town. Well, if he's on your side, then you just have to go into the town and then leave the town and then go talk to him, and he'll give you a full summary of all the items. Since he has a high charm skill, a high social skill, he'll talk to everybody and get all the answers. I think that would be a cool thing for him to do. Now we have Break the Bonds with high endurance skills. Upon entering a village after dark, the player will be stopped by the blacksmith's son/daughter. They will explain that their father, the blacksmith, has died and left them with significant debt which they cannot repay. The player can then speak to the debtor in order to release the young companion from their bondage. Speech check. Okay. Should the player pass a speech check, the debtor will allow the companion to leave and join the party, on the understanding that the companion will earn enough money from their adventures to repay him one day. Okay. Should the player fail, they will have to pay the debtor in order to hire them. Okay. Agree. And since we're on this whole, like, you know, each one should do something after, right? I think for this one, what would be cool, what's it called, is if he had, like, let's say, double the stamina. Since he's been, the son or daughter of the blacksmith, he has a lot of, since a young child, he's been working at the blacksmith, so therefore he should have more stamina when it comes to the blacksmith. I think that would be a cool thing for him to have. I feel like all these companions should have something special. And now that I do think about it, obviously this guy, if he just makes fun of you, that wouldn't be like, a great thing to have. I gotta think of something for him. So he would, be cool. He would challenge lords, and every time he would win, he would either get like a good piece of gear, maybe, or let's say some dinars. That would be cool, right? And then for this guy, what can he do? Huh? Would also be cool, since he's intelligence, right? And he can, like, obviously learning and a scholar. I feel like once you level up, there's a super small chance that you level up twice. Like your skill levels up twice because he's in your party, and he'll like, and if that situation does happen, he's gonna pop up on the screen and be like, oh well, actually I know some more about this skill. If you know what I mean, if you listen up real quick, and then you know what I mean, you're gonna get double the level. That'd be kind of cool. It would be a very small percent chance, but I feel like if you give each one of these companions like some kind of benefit, and I think it would be cool for people to go and collect the companion that they feel is that they need in their force, right? Depending on what they have. Now, next one. Won't someone rid me of the troublesome beast with a high control skill? This player will be approached by a lord who asks a favor. They are burdened with a troublesome young companion who has been drinking and fighting his way across every tavern in Calradia. The lord asks the player to find them in X city, as they have now returned from an errand. The player can go to the tavern of X city, and where they will find a companion engaged in a brutal brawl against two opponents. The player will be attacked also upon entering and must save the companion. Okay. Should the player and companion get knocked out, they will awake in the cells. In deference to the player's rank as a noble, the jailer releases them, but he refuses to release the companion unless money is paid. Okay, cool. Should the player win the brawl, the companion will declare themselves finished with Lord X and ask to ride with a true friend, the player. Okay. And what can he give to the player? That would kind of fit his image that's said right here. Trying to think. I'm really trying to think hard. It's kind of late, but I'm really trying to think hard of something that he would do. I think it might have to be something with morale. Like he'll give some kind of morale boost when a certain situation happens. Something like that, around those lines. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think, if that should be added to each companion. Like give them a special skill that makes them, that sets them apart from the other companions. And also would be cool is if, because how much are mentioned here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, here's where it becomes interesting. You can only pick 3. You can only have 3 of these unique companions. Like you can have, your companion limit won't, what would you call it? I feel like with this mechanic, right? The dynamic companion intros, I feel like you should still be able to get basic companions from taverns, right? That just have the basic companion. Whatever they have right now, that's fine, right? But then these guys, since they're special, right? You can only have 3 at a time out of the 5. So pretty much, since all of them have a unique skill that they add to the player, you would have to kind of, manage like, hey, which ones do I want? Which ones do I want to get rid of? And stuff of that nature. And then you can build kind of like a companion group, right? Out of these guys, like, and then pick which one will go best with your character and stuff of that nature, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think that would be a cool addition. Anyway, I thought I would propose one scenario for each one of the skill groups, although there could be many more for each one. I would love to hear your thoughts. Hopefully my thoughts were good to hear, Thanks for decay. P.S. It's true that it could get repetitive, but I would like to think the following factors might help solve this. Dozens of different scripts for encounters, okay, to kind of mix it up. Always having the option of ignoring each encounter immediately, true. Each event would only fire once per playthrough. No. Here's how I think. You know, it'd be cool. Instead of once per playthrough, maybe once per in-game year. How about that? Because I feel like somebody might be playing, they might mess it up once, and then guess what? They can't have it ever again. I think once for every, I'd say 6 months of in-game time, or every year of in-game time. You know, that would be kind of cool. We're only triggered when the player has a spare companion slot and enough money to pay them. Yeah. Look at this, man. Thanks to me, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the shout out, man. We did go over his proposed mechanic on settlements. You guys liked that one a lot, that proposed mechanic. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this one as well. Let's see the comments. Once again, great ideas. They should probably hire you. You're damn right. Be completely honest, the first time after that, easy. All positivity. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. But all right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Ask me any questions, any concerns. Like always, this will be linked down below if you guys want to go show him some love. And yeah, like always, stay safe.